Hey everybody, Shadow Phoenix here. Welcome back to what's going to be a two-part episode here in Crystal Gardens. So today, I am back over here in our, I haven't figured out an area for this. We're just call it the Frontier area, and I am working on our river rapids here for this section. So, for this one, I had a kind of a general idea of what I wanted to do with it when I started, but it was a very loose general idea. So I knew that I was going to have it pretty much the center of this area. Like there would be a walkway all the way around it. That way, no matter where you're walking in this section, you'd be able to get a glimpse of the ride. Maybe through trees or, you know, down below. Something like that. I really wanted to have a good view of almost the entire ride for guests. Kind of to be able to look down upon it. From the, you know, like if they're up on a level above it. So I sunk everything down. And then I also wanted a splashdown area very, very similar to Grizzly Mountain at Disney. California, I think it is. Yeah, the California Adventure at Disney. California, because it's California. Duh. But anyway, that was kind of the idea I was kind of going for. So I was kind of trying to put a lot of some of the same things into this ride that other ride has. The splashdown was the main one. I wanted you to kind of come over top of it, kind of like what I'm doing right here. I wanted it to be able to go over top, and then I wanted the drop to be down there. Actually, what you're seeing right now isn't exactly what I wanted to do. I actually ended up bringing it in a little bit, so I completely changed this here in a minute. One thing I do kind of like, though, is I was able to kind of twist the track and curve the track and move it around to where I wanted, which was kind of good. Now, it didn't always work. But, you know, for this little section that you see it kind of go around right before this section, not what I'm working on now, but a minute ago, kind of more towards the path over there where our Eurofighter is, that section that goes around there, I kind of had a thought that maybe it would kind of be above, and then we would put the sign made out of rock underneath of it so that you would have water splashing down from the ride down over top of the sign, making it look like, you know, kind of like waterfalls on the sign itself. Completely ended up not doing that. Like, I kept that idea in my head for a very long time until just recently when I changed up the area, because I thought, you know what, we need some more shops and stuff here. So I changed that out quite a bit. This is the part that I was talking about right here. So I kind of wanted the ride to go over, like kind of straight section, right? So I had a slight drop and then into the curve and then coming down to the main drop, which is going to go right down in the center of this area with lots of rocks and stuff like that. And, you know, it would be kind of the center point, really, for the whole ride. So I had to try to do that. I tried doing a double drop and I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted to, so I gave up on that general idea. And this is me trying to get the rest of the ride to just kind of work. And as you can see there, I just completely deleted all of that again. But, I mean, all in all, from the very start of it, it did just kind of, the shape just went really, really well. So, I was happy with it, kind of how things came out. I don't know if I really have a whole lot more to say about this ride. Like I said, this is going to be a two-part episode. So episode 2 will be next weekend, and that's where we're going to be doing the station. And I don't think we'll end up doing a third part, but I do kind of want to try to finish up this ride before next weekend, because I do want to kind of show it off quite a bit, and there's still a lot more to do with it. Like, I did most of the station and stuff, and you'll see here at the end of the video that I had a lot of trouble trying to get the station. Another thing I wanted was I wanted a kind of a circular type rotating station platform, and I had some thoughts on how I could do that, and you'll see that in the next episode. But that's what I'm working on right now. Like this, actually no, this is a curve here. My bad. I did try to put as many curves into it as I possibly could, and a lot of like turns and kind of like, oh, it's going this way. No, it swings you back the other way, you know. But I did have a limited room to work with, even though it does have a fairly large footprint. I still had a very limited space to work within what I had. So yeah, right. So from there, I guess what I think I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of let the video kind of play, give it a little bit of a music background, and I'll just chime in if you know, I see anything really important to talk about. There's not a lot here, just a lot of just doing the track, doing the terrain a little bit, kind of making sure everything kind of fits in, and redoing a few things here and there, and just kind of making sure everything is going to be smooth and make for an exciting ride and not just like meandering kind of around. Ever since I heard that word, I really like it. I mean, I've known that word for a very long time, but I don't know, I use it a lot here lately. It's because it really describes these rides to a T, the log flume, and you know, it just kind of, they meander along the track. But anyway, yeah, so from here I'm just gonna kind of let the video play. Right there's I know I said I was gonna let the video play, but right there, right where that curve is going over top of the tunnel, that's on the edge of it facing the path, is where I kind of wanted to put that sign. I've seen something like it before where I think it was a Six Flags park maybe, where they had a sign, and then the ride goes behind this sign, kind of on an elevated part above the side, and then the water kind of splashes down over the side. I want to say it's called Roaring Rapids or something like that. I know I've seen it, so that was my thought, but like I said, I ended up not doing that at all. Trying to get where, right here, trying to cover up this this cave, and trying to get a cave actually through the terrain while still having the ride right above that like that, and fill that in so there's no gaps, was really hard, as you can see there. I spent a lot of time with it. This is sped up I think like 8 times as you guys are watching, so yeah. But anyway, alright, let's let the video play. I'll be back in a few once I see something I want to chime in about. Alright, cool. Alrighty, like I said, I would chime in when I actually had something to talk about. So, let's talk about one of the hardest things I had to do with this ride, and that was to figure out the queue lines. Oh my god, this was, this took me forever. In fact, I don't even know if I even get it in this episode or not. I think I completely changed it for the next one. And then, actually now I've gone back and I've completely changed it again. So, trying to get this right, like I knew I wanted a rotating platform. So I wanted both the exit and the entrance to kind of be like right there on one side. So I had to figure out how to make them both work like that. I also really wanted to have a bridge kind of going from where I said the sign would be over to like a main building, and then you would take stairs down to get to the ride platform. And you know, the loading area, which would be like a rotating thing. So, oh man, this was so hard. I also really like the idea of having the main entrance path, the queue line, kind of go back into. Well, actually, at this point, I didn't think I had that idea. I think at this point, I wanted the ride queue to start right there where the ride sign would be, and then to exit somewhere else. And I really wanted the queue to kind of go over top of the ride itself. As you can see there, I was trying like an angle and a bunch of different stuff, and I could not figure out any way to make the exit and everything work as well. Nothing I really liked anyway. I wasn't happy with anything. I did finally get it though, and then like I said, I've now completely changed up that entire idea, which you will see in episode 2 when we do the actual showcase video. I know in the last episode I don't think I did a showcase video in the last episode either, so I apologize about that. But this one, yeah, this one you'll see in the next episode, and we will give it a complete view over with a few other little things that I've done in the park at that time. So just guys, just please trust me, be patient. You're gonna love what I ended up doing with this. I hope you do. I'm really passionate about the actual river rapids because I spent so much time on these, and these are some of my favorite rides too. I love, when it comes to water rides, the river rapids are my favorite. I love a log flume, but the river rapids are my favorites in any park. I've been noticing here a lot, some of the parks are taking theirs out. I don't know what it is, but a lot of parks are taking out all their water rides. Log flumes are leaving, river rapids are leaving, those giant flumes are leaving. Everybody seems to be taking out all their water rides out of the park, which I think is a huge shame, but it does seem to be happening quite a bit. So, alright. But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to shut up for a while because I don't really have a whole lot to say in this video really at all. I will try to talk a bit more about what I'm doing in the next video. But yeah, let's go back to a little bit of music and let you guys enjoy the construction here, and I will see you at the end. Alright guys, I think you've seen me struggle with these queue lines and exit lines for far too long. I'm starting to get kind of close to where I originally ended up with. So yeah, but we're also here at the end of the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Make sure you tune in next Saturday for episode 2 of this. And of course, later this week, we're going to have some cool new stuff, Planet Coaster related, and other stuff. So until then, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I very much appreciate it. Thanks for all the support, everything. Thanks for watching. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later, guys. Hey everyone, if you'd like to help support me and my channel, I have a Patreon page where you can do just that. You can pledge anything from $1 or more. Anyone who pledges $15 or more gets a unique, specially designed roller coaster from Planet Coaster made just for them. My little way of saying thanks. You can also just send donations as well if you don't want to join Patreon. And you can find those links in the video description below. Every tiny red cent I make from these means the world to me and is extremely helpful. If you're interested in my PC setup that I work with and play on that you see here, every piece of the system is described below with links to Amazon if you want to purchase them or anything else. Thanks for tuning in to my videos and my channel. If you aren't already a subscriber, click that on the screen below. And you can also check out a few of my other videos on the screen here as well. You can keep up to date on what's going on in my own little world via Twitter or watch me stream live on Twitch as well. Links are in the video description below. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.